Yeah. Turn me up, turn me up, turn me up. From the booth to the block, from the laughs to the drops. You already know what time it is. Yeah. We gon' be on the tracks, yeah, we speaking that truth. Real talk, real vibes every time in the booth. Big Dooley got the jokes, Big Mike got the sound. If you looking for the culture, yeah, you know where it's found. Be on the tracks, we don't stay on the surface. Every convo got fire, every moment got purpose. Turn it up in your ride, turn it up where you at. We taking over airwaves, yeah, we be on the tracks.
It was Nicky Barnes. Cuban Jr.
Right.
played Nicky Barnes. That's who it was. And and Nicky Barnes was a gangster too. You know what I'm saying? But they made him look soft. But they had to make Frank look like the most scantless. You know, so
motherfucker on the planet.
Yeah, man.
Which I'm hearing he really was.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I know, of course, what most people know about Frank Lucas, but I wasn't in that era. I know you think I was because I'm old as hell. I wasn't. But what I can say is
barely.
What I can say is he was sharp.
Yeah.
Sharp.
No doubt.
Like he was like they said that was his downfall. Because he was going to like pro fights and shit in a full length chinchilla. You know, when didn't nobody else have no damn chinchillas, and it wasn't even cold outside. It was damn June 16th.
On that dog, and the FBI literally did not know who he was. Right?
Yes.
They looked and said, "Who in the fuck?" Right? It was his seat where he was seated for one, and that coat he had on put him on everybody's fucking radar.
You know what they said? Who is that nigga on that nag?
Probably.
They obviously was like, yeah, that drew a lot of attention on him.
Yeah, it
a lot. They was like, because
in that movie, right? You had T.I., right?
Right.
Who played the baseball player.
Yes.
And I thought he did pretty good in that role.
Yes. I agree.
Right? He played a Southern cat, so it wasn't far-fetched. I don't know what he knew about baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, he wore baseball hats. We knew that.
Right? To the T, right? His shit, nobody should lean quite like T.I. shit do. But which
I don't know how he gets
me to rappers turn actors, man. That is so many now, right?
Yeah.
We probably can name 10.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we could definitely name 10. I don't know if we could name 10 great ones.
Yeah. All right, that might be a struggle. But I think a lot of these brothers have really found their second fiddle. You know what I'm saying? Because I think in our culture, you don't really want to be, it's not cool to be old in anything, I guess. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't start rapping when you old, but I guess you can continue. I guess continue rapping is okay. And obviously,
I was going to say, yeah, you are correct in our culture. Because any other culture, you could be a country singer from the time you 16 years old to the time you die at 116.
Right. And this shit's cool. You know? The shit's okay.
Yeah. Even I feel like hip hop and rap is the big stigma on that. Because it's like, we got our R&B singers. I mean, hell, Frankie Beverly, hell, he couldn't sing a lick no more, but he was still selling out shows.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like it's just hip hop. Like people feel like, okay, once you get age X, it's almost like you're not down with the culture. Or you're not like, because I believe it's because the YNs don't pay attention. You know what I mean?
But I mean, I think part of it is content. You know what I'm saying? I feel like who the hell wants to hear a 60-year-old talking about doing a drive-by? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, oh yes. I thought you were saying like as far as the content was different.
Like you can't. I'm saying the content doesn't age. You know what I'm saying? Some things you have to age. I feel like you have to age with your career. You know what I'm saying? You can't be the same person that you were 20, 25 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
For
you can look the same. You can dress the same, right? But I feel like your content has to mature. And when
T.I. can no longer talk about being on the block selling cocaine. You ain't, sir. You're a multimillionaire. You're a multimedia mogul. You can't talk about that anymore.
I mean, he is, I guess they say, the inventor of trap music. You know what I'm saying? But every reference to the trap for you now is in the past, bro.
In the past, yes. Right? I remember back in my day, I did
claim from the trap.
I remember this. I used to do. Yeah,
I think the young cat King kind of struggled with identity for a minute there. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't want to look like he grew up in the mansion. You know what I'm saying? He came out saying he grew up at his grandma's house on the south side. Like,
no, you didn't.
Why?
Listen, we've been seeing you, sir, since you were born.
No doubt, right?
Right. So you might have went and visit your grandmama on the south side every once in a while
on the weekends, after school, but your residence, But it's been so many now, and I kind of applaud them. I don't have the good ones, right? The good ones, right.
Well, you have like I was gonna say you have, I was gonna say, but Luda to me was. He was a radio personality turned rapper, turned actor.
You know, right?
And the thing is, he's a great actor. His music is tight, so it's not like he can still go back and forth and do both. You feel what I'm saying? Like
I seen he back in the studio now. They say he done found his bug again, so he ready.
Yeah, I've heard a couple snippets, and it is definitely old school Luda. With a grown man feel.
I like that. You know, a little tidbit of information I found out about Luda in his career. You know, he's probably done, I don't know, 5 or 6 Fast and Furious movies now, right? And obviously those checks are beautiful, right? When the royalty checks from, $100 million movies have to look quite nice.
Facts.
But the tidbit of information that I recently discovered was he was not in the first one. I don't think he was in the first 2, right? There was another rapper in Fast and Furious before Ludacris. Do you remember who that was?
It was T.I.
Before in Fast and Furious?
I believe so. No.
What T.I.? It was Ja Rule.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
It was Ja Rule.
I remember seeing a story on that. Yes.
Right? They wanted to continue that role. Ja wanted more money, right?
Yes, I do remember that
more money, and they said, "You got 4 lines, motherfucker. Go fit." Right? Like, we put you in the shit as a courtesy. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? You have no leg to stand on. There's nothing, right?
Yes,
and that's how Luda got in that shit.
Well, and what's crazy too is I
Guns
remember
and butter, man.
Huh?
Guns and butter. Like, you got to know the difference.
Right.
One did, one different.
Right. But I also seen, I don't know if Ja was talking about it or somebody was talking about it. It might have been Ja, like on Drink Champs or something like that. Shout out to Drink Champs. But he said at the time he was touring and he was making whatever it was, let's say, approximately $150,000, $200,000
per show,
a show. And he was doing 3 or 4 shows a month. So at that time, they wanted him to take off a couple months. And he was like, well,
I can't.
In a sense, you got to make it make sense. But see, he wasn't looking at
long term.
The long term. You know, because nobody knew that we was gonna have a Fast and Furious 116.
No, that's true.
You know what I mean? We look. What's his name? Toretto or Granddaddy now?
Yeah, no doubt.
Like his grandkid. They done bypass his children. His grandkids racing now.
Hey, so, I'm here for the shit. Yeah. That is a huge Fast and Furious fan. You can quote a line and she can tell you which one it's from.
Oh,
like deep. Like anytime it come on TV, I'm like, damn, it's always which one is this shit from? Like, oh, that's Tokyo Drift.
Yep,
that's four. That's right. She take it immediately. Like,
look, but, I'm definitely a fan, but
not like that.
The only line that I remember is to a T is when Tyrese was like, you better hide your baby oil, and Rock said, you better hide that big ass forehead. Yeah. I was like, well, speaking of rappers or singers turned actors, like Tyrese is a good one.
He's a very good one.
And I'll tell you, to me, the best of the best, hands down. You ain't gonna have anybody that's gonna be able to compete. Will Smith.
Oh, no doubt. I was waiting to see if you was gonna say anybody, but like the room was silent. I was waiting for you.
Yeah,
he is the Godfather. He OG'd that shit in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody's seen it. Obviously he was the Fresh Prince. That wasn't really. Although there were some credible acting scenes in that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right, but he played himself
But he played himself, right?
But I mean,
basically,
for him, like some of the movies that he's been in where he's transformed himself
completely.
I mean, all of the action movies are typical Will action.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Whether you talking Bad Boys, whether you talking Gemini Man, action is action for Will.
Right. Yeah. Right.
But when he does shit like Ali, and what's the one where he was trying to become the stockbroker?
Oh, with the son, right?
Yes. And so like that, when you transform yourself to like you acting now, sir, and I appreciate that. Now, Cube, I'm a Cube fanatic. I love Ice Cube. I watch everything he does. I listen to everything he does.
Cube got some Rotten Tomatoes in his resume, though.
Facts,
right,
facts. Bro. Listen, Cube is good at playing doughboy.
Yeah,
gang members. He's even good at playing the South Central kid sitting on the porch on Friday. And when you moved to Rancho Cucamonga, wherever the hell it was, I believe that comic side of you, Cube, all about the Benjamins. I kind of believe you.
But how about when he replaced Vin Diesel as Triple X?
No.
I thought he got away with that. I thought the action.
Well, a little bit, but he played. Ari Spears said it best. Ice Cube plays Ice Cube in every movie, no matter what he's doing. It's that same cadence.
That's true.
That same voice. Like he said, whether you say, who want a problem, player?
Right.
Or we trying to go to McDonald's.
Yeah, it's gonna sound like that South Central Cube.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same Cube.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, and he's made some good movies. I'll give you another one who is probably one of my favorites. I almost put him. I'm gonna put him up there with Will Smith. Is Common.
Okay.
Common's got some great movies. He's got some great shows. He does kind of play Common and everything, but
I liked Common in Ace of Spades. Not Ace of Spades, or was it? No, wasn't that one? No. Was it Kill 'Em All? Shit. My movie with Alicia Keys was in there. God doggone it.
And see, that's the thing about Common. Common always playing in movies with his current girlfriend.
Right. And he plays the same guy too, though, right? He played the same guy in, I think it was Ace of Spades, when I forget the lead actor's name, but anyway, I know Alicia Keys was fine as shit when he was carrying her up the stairwell shot. But he was in the movies with Keanu Reeves, right?
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes, John Wick. He was in John Wick, I think, 2 or 3.
Yes. So again, though, he plays that same character, but very, very well. It's very convincing. It's believable, but I don't see him stepping outside of himself the way Will does.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What I'm saying?
That's true.
Now the only person who I would put like turned actors in Will Smith category is probably Jamie Foxx.
Ooh.
Right?
Okay.
Probably Jamie Foxx, because he became Ray.
True.
He didn't portray Ray Charles.
True. I damn near forgot about Jamie Foxx. Yeah.
Ray Charles and Jamie Foxx. And I feel like Ali, the movie was okay for me, right? But I didn't go back and watch Ali twice.
Oh, really? Okay.
I did not. That was probably one of my least favorite. I feel like I don't know. I feel like they tried to make him too much like Ali. He really bulked up for the role, in which I guess you had to do that to make it believable. So I can't really fault him for that. You know what I'm saying? For buying into it. But my problem is I compare it to what Jamie did as Ray Charles. And
yeah, but there's not.
The
thing, I was just thinking about Jamie Foxx though. Jamie Foxx is really an actor comedian turned singer.
Right.
So
right.
And he
was a singer first, and then kind of couldn't make traction with that, moved to LA, then kind of got into the comedy thing because that's where he made it at, right?
Right.
That's where
In Living Color and
different from Us, but in his heart of heart, the music was still there, and probably he got Tank really to thank for saving his music career, but to be that successful in comedy, movies, and music.
Yeah, he's a triple threat, and I seen his
getting white women pregnant.
Ooh, that part too. That part too.
58, dog. 58. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say his dancing because I seen this new video, but maybe not. Maybe the white women getting white women pregnant. Maybe that tops it. Yeah, you might be right.
That might be right, but I don't know. There's definitely a lot. And The Rock, wrestlers turning. I think wrestlers might even have a harder time than rappers turning actor. You know what I'm saying? Because we all accepted The Rock, but ain't nobody rocking with John Cena movies. Right?
Yeah.
I think he's gotten better.
You know what? This is it. I need John Cena as a war action movie person first. You know what I'm saying?
He was War Machine. He was in War. I watched that shit a couple of weeks ago on Netflix, and he played the shit out of that.
Yeah, I feel like he tried to. I feel like he almost tried to emulate The Rock, right?
In some ways, right?
Doing like some comedic stuff. Then he did a couple kids movies, and then it was like then he did this, but he played like what was that? He played in the movie a remake, and it was like he was supposed to be the tough guy, but he was kind of the comic relief, and he was goofy. Yeah. I didn't buy none of that shit.
Anything where he's got to be goofy in, like you don't need no help, with the goofy shit.
Yeah. So, I feel like what is his name? Is it John Batista? Batista.
Yes. He's good.
Yeah,
he's a good actor.
He's played in a few movies, like, and I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you, because I don't follow wrestling the way I used to, but the first time I seen him in a movie,
should you as a grown ass man,
nor
should you as a grown ass man,
right? But when I first seen him in a movie, I didn't know he was a wrestler,
right?
So, like, to me,
he had the build of it, he had the makeup of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, somebody stuck their neck out for him. I recently seen him in a movie. I want to say it might have been Tom Cruise or somebody, right? Okay. When his first movie, they weren't feeling him. And he was like, everybody needs somebody to say no, right?
Give this guy a shot.
He is the one, right? And he's a good actor. I've watched several of his movies, you know what I'm saying now, and I think he's a good actor. I think he's just a good actor.
I think the first thing I actually seen him in was Guardians of the Galaxy, which,
right?
Was kind of a corny role, but
it was still,
but it was
a good movie.
And then the next movie was like a drama, and so that's why I was like, I just thought he was an actor.
He's almost done the Rock path too, though, because I've seen him in a couple of kid movies now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it works. It definitely works. I definitely like that cat. I like that cat. He's definitely talented.
Yeah, I can dig him. It's, like we started out talking about Mike Madison Jr. was Jamaican and had 25 jobs, but now we got all these fuckers that got 800,000 jobs. The only thing that's different is they making millions and I'm making
the money. They're making money, dog. Right? That's
and it kind of goes back full circle, but it's like it's one of those things where, I'm doing a lot of things now. You're doing a lot of different things.
Right.
And to me, it's like I don't know how you were raised, but I was raised, go to school, get a good job, take care of your family. Like whatever, if you can get into a career that you start when you're 18, 19 years old and work your whole life in it, that's what you want. Right. So it wasn't really...
Parents did. That's what the generation before us did. So I think that's definitely what we're expected to do as well.
Yes. So I really feel like for me, it was always, I have kids, so I gotta go to work. I gotta get a check, because whether my check be $400 or $4,000, I know every 2 weeks my check is gonna be X. Mm-hmm. Right? So it really deterred me from taking anything else and trying to make it full time.
Right.
Now I'm in a position where, I've been DJing a long time. That's always just been side money. I've been doing clothes and stuff for a long time. That's just been side money. Everything has been side money. Now I'm at a financial point in my life where I can go, you know what? I can take this on a little more and not have that pressure. But the problem is, there's things that I've been wanting to do and take to a whole nother level for 30 years.
Right.
And now I'm trying to do them all at once, because I mean, honestly, everything that we do brings in some kind of income.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, like I said, we're going full circle, but to take that in perspective and say, if I DJ, let's say 5 times a year for $1,000, that's an extra $5,000 a year.
Right. That you otherwise would not have.
Right. How many hours of overtime would I need to work to make $5,000 versus going to DJ? If like we talk about wearing our own clothes, wearing our own brand, if I can make a shirt or have a shirt custom made for me with my particular logo on it, whether it be a business logo, whether it be whatever, and it costs me $30, $40 for high quality hoodie, or I can go to Kohl's and buy a Nike hoodie for $85.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same hoodie. The only thing that's different is one has a Nike symbol on it and one has mine on it.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense that, and you know, me and my hustle has always been, if I create something, if I make something, I just want to be able to sell enough so that mine is free.
Mm-hmm.
So now, like with you, if you sell 20 hoodies,
right,
you might be able to, if you sell 20 hoodies, you might be able to get 2 for free. You see what I'm saying?
So no. You definitely paid for the 4 that I'm rocking, right? Because out of that 20, right, that I made on that heat press right there, you see behind me, right? 2 of them, right? You paid for mine. You definitely easily, right?
Yes.
So I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. And my story is very similar to yours. I was raised the same way. You know what I'm saying? I think what nobody knew was them jobs went away. Number one, right? You got laid the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? After 12, 13, 15, 14 years, you know what I'm saying? Them companies that our parents was at 30, 35 years, you know, they folded. They were bought out. You know what I'm saying? They were gone, right?
Yeah.
So I don't want to say we were set up to fail. I think that's definitely too strong of a statement to say, but nobody knows how the economy is going to go. And I was a young pop, just like you was, you know what I'm saying? I had my first kid at 19. So it was the same thing, right? I didn't even start comedy until I was in my mid 30s. You know what I'm saying? To the point where I felt comfortable enough to where, okay, the kids are at an age where, you know, I could be going a little more, you know, where I still had a steady income and I could go out and risk, you know, a little bit, you know.
Right.
But, you know, pursuing a dream at 48 and 28, right? You know, I look at that a lot.
Different.
Like
it's
a huge difference, right? Because 20 years from, you know, you look at 20 years from now, you know, you always look 20 years, you know, 20 years from now, by 48, I'm going to be at this level.
Right.
Now at 20 years from now, shit, I'm going to be on the way out this some bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like checkout time ain't going to be too far away. So I'm at the point where I feel like this shit's got to work.
Well, shit, I just told a friend of mine today that I said, it's crazy to me that, you know, the path that I've taken with nursing is here to here. And now I'm on a down slope. I'm making less money. And she was like, she was just amazed by that. And I told her, I said, well, the difference is this. I'm financially stable, where when I was, you know, when I was 20, let's say 25, 26 years old.
Right.
I mean, I might have made $100,000 that year. Right. And because that was the number in everybody's head. If you can make $100,000,
yeah.
But I look back and I go, yeah, I made that, but I didn't see my kids. I didn't, you know, and
price to pay.
Yeah, when you go back and you look at it, you go, I didn't save anything from back then. You know what I mean? I didn't start investing and saving until I was in my 40s. So if I would have been on my hustle in my 20s and know what I know now, I would have still probably worked the same, but I wouldn't have bought 400 pair of gym shoes and you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have bought Tommy Hilfiger and I wouldn't have bought all that nonsense. But you know, you live and learn, and now it's like it's you know, I feel like as Papa and Pop, you know, we have an obligation just to teach our grandchildren,
no doubt,
what we weren't taught. You know, hopefully we taught our children enough, but now it's really time to, you know, like I'm very, very big on, yes, have a career, but follow your dream and your
dreams
first.
Absolutely.
Because if you know, at 18 years old, if you take 10 years, say you want to be an actor, you move out to California, whatever happens, you know, in 10 years, nothing happens for you, you're only 28. You still have time to do something else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or I'm a big advocate if you're into school and things like that, go to school, go to school for something relevant. Something, look towards the future even with that, because now instead of saying go to college, get a good job, take care of your family, I have kind of the mindset of go to school, be prepared to have a good job, follow your dream, because if that don't work out, now college and education is just for something for you to fall back on.
Right.
So
right. And it's amazing how shit changes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because where, it was when I was coming through, it was college. You got to go to college. Right. And I tried 13 times. I just never got the degree.
Right.
But now I feel like the push has really gone back to skilled trades. You know what I'm saying? Like now at a certain point, it's like, shit, we ain't got no carpenters. Shit, we ain't got no electricians. You know what I'm saying? Shit, right? We don't have general laborers or contractors, or you know what I'm saying? And then I feel like it reverted. But I guess it's something for everybody at the end of the day. But I agree with you though. I definitely pushed my son to pursue his passions. You know what I'm saying? And my daughter too, right? Definitely. We were growing up at the same time as them, truth be told.
Oh, facts.
Right?
Facts.
We were growing up at the same time as them, and not that, I have any regrets or any shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Because nobody ever beat us in the 3-legged race. Period.
There you go. There
right?
you go. Yes.
Right? Field day, we was fucking undefeated with both my kids because they had the young pops, right? So,
that's right.
But them other kids was getting 401k started for them though. You know what I'm saying, right? They had probably savings bonds, being put in their names when they were born. You know what I'm saying? So that when they are 18, you cash them in, right? Here's your car, here's your truck.
That's it.
Yeah, knowing what I know now, only hindsight is 20/20. But yeah, it's amazing though. It is amazing though. But I'm with you though. Like you said, this conversation has definitely come full circle.
Yeah.
And you got to be willing to do. Who wouldn't do, right? And once you go back, and I think like the Jamie Foxx, like and Luda, they always come back to what they love. You know what I'm saying? What their true passion, right?
And they can, because now if it don't work, so what?
So what? Right?
So what?
But they have that financial security that's set, right? That is in place, right?
Yes, for sure.
And I think that's the difference. And one of the things that's definitely been on my mind, probably, and I always get this way as my birthday approaches, is I don't want to die full of potential, right?
Ooh.
I feel like my wife married me based off potential, like right, like at the time, right? Like, look, this cat, you looked at me and you look at some of the other cats in my circle, like you looked at me and said, go there, right? He's promising, right? He's got potential.
He's
good, right? He can be something, right? I had to drive. I definitely had to drive. But now, in my late 40s, it's like you got to realize that potential has to pay for some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When the potential has to pay, it definitely has to pay, right? I want to realize, I want to live off that potential, right? It's got to come to fruition at some point. Something has to come to fruition. One of these hustles is supposed to take off, right? So I can get to that point. It's just shit. We can't get. It's been a hell of a time getting to that point, but you ain't gonna get there doing nothing.
That's the thing is you. What did Wayne Gretzky say? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Take the fucking shots. You know what I'm saying? Whether you 54, 48, 62, Gary Vaynerchuk said it not too long ago. If you got breath in your lungs, then you got potential to be great. So do it.
You got a shot. Yeah.
So I love it, man. This has been a great podcast. Again, I always appreciate the conversation with you, brother, whether we're in the studio together or you in your mansion, and I'm just in this box.
Hey,
way my paycheck work, but
no doubt.
But I appreciate you, man. And with that being said, it's your man DJ Big Mike.
Hey yo, Big Dilly Jokes. It's been a pleasure.
And we out.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, we gon' be on the tracks, yeah, we speaking that truth. Real talk, real vibes every time in the booth. Big Dooley got the jokes, Big Mike got the sound. If you looking for the culture, yeah, you know where it's found. Be on the tracks, we don't stay on the surface. Every convo got fire, every moment got purpose. Turn it up in your ride, turn it up where you at. We taking over airwaves, yeah, we be on the tracks.